And if we lose the moral and spiritual standards in talking about identity, then we're going to end up with just a more diverse empire, a more diverse predatory capitalism.
Yeah. Philosopher, author, and activist Dr. Cornel West was on Mehdi Hasan's show on Peacock and gave a dismantling of the so-called diversity of Joe Biden's cabinet. And also in the second clip, he gets into a little more diversity of thought and discusses religion. But before we get there, here's the first clip on Cornel West discussing Joe Biden's cabinet.
Let's talk about the people Biden is appointing. You just touched on an important issue. They're very qualified, clearly very clever, especially compared to the current bunch they're replacing. They're also very diverse. For example, Fox News is reporting that Biden might select former CIA veteran Darrell Blocker as his new CIA director. He would be the first black man to run the CIA, and he would be working directly under the first woman to be director of national intelligence, Avril Haines. In addition, you've got the first all-female White House communications team, as I just mentioned, the first female Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen. She's one of 4 women on Biden's top economic team, including a former Princeton colleague of yours, African-American economist Cecilia Rouse, who will run the Council of Economic Advisors. Now, they're all undeniably groundbreaking firsts. But some on the left say, no, it's meaningless identity politics, a distraction from their views, from their ideology. Where do you stand on this?
Well, I would say it's not meaningless. It's significant to have a variety of different kinds of people on the inside. But it's not their racial or gender or sexual orientation or identity that is the major marker. I want to know what kind of integrity they have. I want to know what kind of analysis and vision they have. I want to know what kinds of concerns do they have for poor people. Yeah, I'm part of the legacy of Martin King, brother, till the day I die. And poor people, working people, no matter what color, not just here, but around the world, in Ethiopia, in West Bank, in Gaza, in Tel Aviv, in Guatemala. This is a spiritual and a moral matter. That's why when Shakespeare talks about rottenness, my brother, he's saying that the corruption and the greed cuts much deeper than just identity politics. It's a human thing. And that's why predatory capitalism, that's why militarism comes out of the Pentagon. These are not PC categories. These are actual realities that are crushing precious human beings of all colors. And if we lose the moral and spiritual standards in talking about identity, then we're going to end up with just a more diverse empire, a more diverse predatory capitalism, a more diverse a patriarchal orientation, because, you know, women can fit into patriarchal identities quickly in the same way black folk can fit into white supremacist one. So that I never say it's meaningless. I do want to see diversity, but I want to see diversity at the deeper moral and spiritual level of concern with poor working people.
I think that's very well put. I mean, people forget Donald Trump appointed a woman to run the CIA. It doesn't mean that the CIA was suddenly progressive in